What SSAT score do private schools expect? Imagine trying to stand out in a crowd where everyone is aiming for the same goal. That's what the SSAT exam is like for students applying to private schools in America. This test helps schools compare applicants from different backgrounds and locations. It measures skills in verbal reasoning, math, and reading, and also includes a writing sample that schools review but do not score. The test comes in 3 levels: elementary 4 grades 3 and 4, middle 4 grades 5 through 7, and upper 4 grades 8 through 11. Most private schools look for SSAT scores that are above the 50th percentile. That means a student scored better than half of the other test takers in their grade and gender over the past 3 years. This is a common benchmark, but it's not a strict rule. Schools understand that test scores are just one part of your application. If your score is just below the 50th percentile, it doesn't automatically mean you won't get in. Schools also consider grades, teacher recommendations, extracurricular activities, and interviews. For the most competitive private schools, like top boarding schools, applicants often have SSAT scores in the 80th to 90th percentile or higher. These schools are very selective and usually admit students with high scores. However, they do not always set a minimum score requirement. Even with a lower score, a strong application in other areas can make a difference. The SSAT is scored differently depending on the level. For the upper level, each section, verbal, math, and reading, is scored from 500 to 800 points. The middle level ranges from 440 to 710 per section. The elementary level scores from 300 to 600. When you get your results, you see both your scaled scores and your percentile ranking. The percentile compares your performance to others in your grade and gender, so younger students are not at a disadvantage. Remember, test scores are only one piece of the puzzle. Private schools also look at your grades, recommendations from teachers, your involvement in activities, and how well you perform in interviews. Some schools have become test optional recently, but many still requiring SSAT scores to complete your application. If you're preparing for the SSAT, it's smart to research each school's expectations. Some schools publish the average scores of students they admit, but these are not strict cutoffs. Submitting a strong score can help show your academic readiness, especially if the school is test optional. The key is to practice and familiarize yourself with the test format and content. The more you prepare, the better you will perform. In summary, private schools in America generally expect SSAT scores above the 50th percentile, with more selective schools often looking for scores in the 80th to 90th percentile range. But remember, a lower score does not automatically disqualify you. Schools review your entire application, so focus on doing your best on the test and presenting a well-rounded profile. Understanding each school's expectations and preparing thoroughly can give you a real advantage in your admissions journey.